Hey, Paul Levesque, go on ahead and just start booking SmackDown exclusively in France, man. Incredible job by that crowd tonight. This shows you how important it is to have a hot crowd when you're doing a live event. When you have a crowd not that into it, that's flat, that's on their phone or doing whatever, it shows. It shows in the show. And I feel like the wrestlers, it affects the wrestlers' energy, it affects the wrestlers' performance, and the opposite, just like what we seen tonight. When you have a hot crowd, like this France crowd that was tonight, oh my God, man. They popped for everything, everybody. This had a PLE event. It was like 11,000 people in there. And it was the highest grossing SmackDown event in WWE history. I'm going to repeat that. The highest grossing SmackDown event in WWE history. That just goes to show you the people in France love WWE. They love the storylines. They love the characters. And it's just so great to have a crowd like that. I haven't seen, that was probably the most live SmackDown crowd I have ever seen. And you could tell from the rip, Bayley came out first to set the night off. So Bayley got a good pop. And I'm like, okay, they're pretty loud for Bayley. That's what's up. Then Naomi came out and the crowd lost their shit. They started doing the glow dance, and it was like Naomi just, she felt, you could see she couldn't take the smile off her face. She wanted her entrance to go fucking to the remainder of the show. She could have milked that a whole 2 hours. Yo, they popped for everyone in here. Of course, they started off the SmackDown event. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, who else? Bayley, and who was the fourth person? Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, Bayley, and Naomi versus Damage Control. That's who's that? Tiffany Stratton. Damage Control and Tiffany Stratton. Of course, they popped for Tiffany Stratton too. Jade Cargill looked amazing. Now let me tell you, people are shitting on Jade Cargill, saying she's not gonna be nothing, saying she doesn't got the talent to take it to the next level, saying that she's gonna be botching on these big events. Jade Cargill's a generational talent. If you seen that performance she just put on tonight and say you haven't seen any type of improvement in Jade Cargill, yo, dog, you're completely hating. This woman is from what I'm seeing from when I first seen her at the Royal Rumble to right now, this SmackDown event, she keeps getting better and better and better. You could tell she's working hard. You could tell she's at the Performance Center putting in work. You could tell they paired her with two of the greatest women wrestlers that the game got right now. Everyone knows Rhea is great. Everyone knows Charlotte is great. But Naomi is up there with them women. Bianca Belair is up there with them women, if not that woman. At the tippy top, number one. They paired her with the best. She's working day in and day out. You look at Jade Cargill physique, this woman works hard. She's not no person that's just lazy and just wants anything handed to her. She's a workhorse. And I could tell by this match right here that she's taking this shit serious. She's not playing no game. She's putting in the work in. And yeah, she only has a handful of moves right now. Let her keep getting the reps in. Let her keep building. Let her keep finding her own path. But the shit on this woman before she even gets started, man, that shit just not fair, man. I hate when I see these comments and I'm on Twitter and it's like, oh, I can't stand Jade Cargill or get Jade Cargill out of here. Like, what? Jade Cargill is a generational talent. And I'm going to tell you right now, I got $12 on Jade Cargill being the top 3 women of WWE within the next 12 to 24 months. I got $12 on it, man. I love what Jade Cargill done tonight. I love what I seen from her tonight. Incredible job. Next, it seems like, so, of course, we all knew who was going to win this. And it was the same type of match, you know what I mean? They had the back and forth. Jade Cargill coming for the hot tag and just dominates. That's what's going to happen on Backlash the next day. They got the tag team title championship matches. I know I butchered the title name, but, you know, they got the women's tag team match. And Bianca Belair is probably going to be fighting most of the match. They're going to probably be losing most of the match. The hot tag is going to come in. I feel like Jade Cargill, she's going to do the same moves, but she's going to show us something different. Even if it's one move, she's going to show us something different. She's going to feed off the energy off the crowd, and it's going to be a special moment to see them 2 women raise some titles in the air. That's going to be a very special moment. Now, it seems like Bianca Belair and Bayley might have some friction going on. I like this. We all know wrestling is like storylines. And wrestling is the best, and I said this before, where it kind of like told the line, you know what I mean? When you play the line of story in real life, not even saying they got heat in real life, but in real life, Bayley, if you fucked me over from opportunities in my career for the past few years, now you turned babyface and I'm just supposed to forget it and we're supposed to be best friends? Nah. Bianca like, nah, fuck out of here. Backlash, we ended Damage Control. And Bayley, I'm still kind of tight up. Not even kind of. I'm still tight about that. And I ain't going to act like I'm not. I like that. I'm not going to lie. Leading up to this storyline, it was a lot of cringe acting. It was a lot of weird, you know what I mean? But I think they tightened a lot of that up. And I don't know if it's just me, but I like that direction. And I like Bianca Belair with that little bit of spice. We haven't seen full-fledged heel Bianca Belair at this level. I think Bianca Belair it's weird because they got her with Jade, right? So Jade is an obvious babyface. They want to push her babyface. If they put the tag team titles on Jade and Bianca, then that's a babyface thing. Why is Bianca playing this heel thing? I'm not sure, but I like that they're kind of doing both and they're pulling it off, at least for the first week. It's good to see what happens with that. Carmelo Hayes and Bobby Lashley. They have this weird segment in the back. Basically, Bobby Lashley try to, you know what I mean, show Carmelo some love. Like, come over here with the pride and, you know, see what this about. And I'm paraphrasing, but Carmelo like, nah, I got this shit on my own. And they have a little back and forth. And he basically tell Bobby Lashley, man, when the last time you shot your shot? And Bobby Lashley like, man, watch who you disrespect. It was a cool segment. Like I said, you know what I mean? It wasn't nothing too much to write home about, but if I was booking this, I'm not even going to lie. I would book a match. Nick Aldis. All right. Since y'all two had that little friction in front of me, y'all fight Carmelo Hayes versus Bobby Lashley. I will have Bobby Lashley beat the brakes off of Carmelo Hayes. See, remember what I said. Wrestling is the best when you kind of play that line of storyline in real life. In real life, Carmelo Hayes, you about 155, 160 pounds. Bobby Lashley's a fucking monster. 220, 30 pounds, all muscle. A first ballot Hall of Famer. And you popping shit like that? Man, I will have Bobby Lashley beat the brakes off of Carmelo Hayes and kind of build Carmelo Hayes on some type of underdog type dude. Now, I'm going to say this at the same time. That's what I would do, but they already kind of went in the direction of Carmelo Hayes being heel. You know, at NXT, him and Trick Williams had the thing where he turned heel on Trick Williams. He moved up to the main roster, and it seems like they want to keep that heel persona on Carmelo Hayes. But, man, I like that one, too. I like Carmelo Hayes being an underdog, trying to fight back and come up. I'm caught in between the two. Because even though I like that, I don't want Carmelo Hayes to be in the Ricochet space where you're such a great talent, but being a babyface is not doing nothing for you. Like, I really believe these athletes like Ricochet, Carmelo Hayes, they need to be heels, and they need to be nasty heels. And I know people are like, man, how Ricochet gonna be a heel? Trust me. Go on YouTube. There's a guy called Macho Man Randy Savage, one of the greatest workers ever to grace the square circle. When Randy was heel, that was some of the best Randy work you will ever see. So I would like to see that. It's interesting to see where they're going to go with that. But, you know, we'll see. I wasn't mad at that segment. I kind of liked that segment, actually. It kept me like, all right. This was a SmackDown. Besides the hot crowd, even the backstage segments, I didn't see nothing cringe tonight. Everything was like, I wonder how that's going to turn out. Or I wonder what's going to happen next. Next, you got New Catch Republic versus Judgment Day, the AOP, Authors of Pain. New Catch Republic, you would have swore these guys were from France. They were so fucking over. It was just, my God, it was incredible, man. I like New Catch Republic. Great, great, great workers. They're working with the Authors of Pain. You know, WWE kind of, this is my pet peeve. People in the comments kind of shitting on me because I said something about Gunther versus Xavier Woods, and I didn't like matches like that. Then you got comments saying, man, Rey Mysterio was a small guy, but he could still work. All right, I get that. Y'all got a point there. I get that. But still, like, it's just certain shit just don't look right. And even if you try it, I ain't mad at it. Try it. But when you just running the shit down in the ground, that's what starts getting annoying. But New Catch Republic and AOP, so you got these two fucking monsters and you got these two cruiserweights. And this match was one of the, probably one of my favorite matches. This was my favorite match. This was the match of the night. New Catch Republic, man, incredible. AOP, incredible. And they had, it was a part in the match where New Catch Republic is just catching momentum. They doing the joint manipulation. The dude is picking the other 300 guy up from Authors of Pain, and he's spinning them around, 300 pounds. That was incredible. The crowd went off, man. Yo, that dude is strong as fuck, man. New Catch Republic had momentum like towards the end of the match. Then Cross did something to distract. Then Authors of Pain hit the finisher, some type of DDT type move. And, they won the match, which I like. No one believes these cruiserweights are ever going to beat Authors of Pain. But New Catch Republic gave Authors of Pain such a run for their money. The write-in from WWE Creative made New Catch Republic look so strong. They made AOP look very strong, and I like that. Yo, Cross from Judgment Day. I want to see more of this dude. Some dudes just got the it factor. For me, I think Santos Escobar, he has the it factor. I think what's being written for him could be better at best, but some people have it. Cross has it. They're going to Raw, And I'm really interested in seeing what they have in store for this faction. We need to see more Cross. He's out at the ring apron with his shirt off. He's jacked. It's just like, yo, Cross. I like Cross, man. I want to see more of Cross. Like, I want to see better writing with the whole Judgment Day. And I promise you, I'm sorry, y'all. If Judgment Day goes to Raw and beefs with New Day, I might gotta hang this shit up, man. We don't need. I just don't. I don't know why, but I fuck with New Day, but I'm just like, I don't know what. I just don't want to see that. I want to see them get took serious. I want to see them have a serious issue, a serious problem. I don't want to see people clapping, dancing around, thinking shit is a joke. I want, when Judgment Day come out, not Judgment Day. I keep saying fucking Judgment Day. What the fuck? Y'all know who I'm talking about. AOP and what the fuck is them niggas' names is? It's not Judgment Day. It's The Final Testament. My bad, y'all. The Final Testament, all right? When they go against the Final Testament, I don't want to see no playing around. I don't want to see nobody. When they show up, I want damage to be done every time. I want shit to shake every time you see the Final Testament. They got that energy. You have to capitalize on that. Don't let people play with them. Just like how you let niggas playing with a Imperial and shit like that. Come on. Put some respect on the Final Testament name, man. Paul Heyman tells Nick Aldis he hasn't spoken to Roman Reigns since WrestleMania, which is like, that got me thinking, was this always in the storyline, or are they pivoting? You haven't spoken to Roman Reigns since WrestleMania. Okay. Like, what do we do with that? You came out and said, yo, Roman Reigns, he has withdrawn from the draft. But now you haven't spoken to Roman Reigns since WrestleMania. When Solo Sikoa went rogue and you tried to call him on the phone, he slammed your phone on the mat, he stomped on it, he didn't break it. We got iPhones. We all got iPhones. These are and he had a case on it. He did a little fucking baby stomp on your phone. Your phone is okay. Your phone could still call out. You still haven't spoken to Roman Reigns. You haven't left a message. You haven't texted him. He hasn't texted you back. But Roman Reigns had enough time to sit his fucking phone on a treadmill the day after WrestleMania, losing the title, and say it's day one from a comeback. Like, what? Sometimes the writing is like, I don't want to shit on it, but it's just like, you haven't spoken to Roman? Come on, guys. Let's just think of something better. Let's think of a better excuse. Maybe say you only spoke to Roman a handful of times. Maybe you say you only through text. Say something else, but you haven't communicated with him. But I think they're planting the seed of, man. They're planting some seed, like, is Roman mad at the wise man? Why are you not speaking to the wise man? If we go in the storyline, you know, Nick Aldis, he gets kind of mad about that. You haven't spoken to Roman since WrestleMania? Because Paul Heyman is like, man, withdraw RKO, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton from the main event. Nick Aldis is like, nah, I'm not doing that. How about you convince him to leave? And it's kind of silly back and forth backstage. Now I'm repeating it. But I don't know, man. They're slowly building this storyline, so I'm going to let them live. I'm going to keep watching it, and I'm going to keep on just trying to figure it out. I'm not going to have any grand expectations, not at least until SummerSlam or Survivor Series, till we can start seeing where they're going with this. The Rock is somewhere in the play. And we're going to see how that turns out. I don't think it's going to be as predictable as people think, though. I'm going to tell you that right now. I do not think it's going to be predictable that everybody think. Because what if it's this? Roman Reigns not communicating with the wise man, but he's still communicating with Solo Sikoa. Who's to say he's not? We never seen Solo come out and say, fuck Roman Reigns. So that's a thing to kind of like watch out for. I don't know. So they got the RKO segment. I might get one of them RKO shirts, man. I got a bunch of Bret Hart merch and shirts and shit like that. But I like them RKO shirts, just like the design of them. I don't know. Something about them, that merch I like. I might get one of them shirts. But they doing their little show or whatever. And Paul Heyman comes out, tries to convince them to back out the match, and I think that's a gem for the new guy on the Bloodline. I forgot his name. Fatu, I think. Yeah, I think Fatu or something. He's supposed to be fire, too. I haven't seen a lot of his work. I've seen the little clips here and there. I haven't seen him really work like that. Tomorrow is going to be my first time seeing Tama Tonga work, so we're going to see what they bring. So, Solo and Tama, they come out, they start attacking Randy and what's the dude name? Kevin Owens. Then they have their little, when they be attacking each other back and forth. I don't know how I can't wait until tomorrow at Backlash to really see Tama Tonga work, man. Tama Tonga. I'll figure out how to say it the right way. But I want to see this guy work. Because even though I haven't seen his work yet, when I'm looking at wrestlers, all right, you could wrestle. That's one thing. But I'm looking at facial expressions. I'm looking at how are they telling this story. I'm looking at the aesthetics. I'm looking at your mannerisms. You know what I mean? I'm looking at if you're selling or if you're not selling. I'm looking at all of that. And this dude is completely polished. He's on that level. You could see he's been doing this for a very, very, very long time. I think a lot of people are going to be impressed with his performance tomorrow. We'll see. LA Knight, yeah. Yo, LA Knight got a Stone Cold Steve Austin level type pop on SmackDown. LA Knight is still over. WWE is on the clock. Like, this dude isn't a mid-carder. That's obvious. He's over like fuck in France. Now, everyone's over, but he's stone cold. Everyone got a big crowd reaction. LA Knight, it felt like the fucking roof was about to blow off that building. They even had to have him cut a promo after that, which like WWE knows LA Knight's a star. They know he's over. They know we want him to win. I want to see the route they're going to take with LA Knight. It's going to be very interesting to see the route they're going to take with LA Knight, man. This guy's such a star, man. It's just incredible. They had a regular type match. He's facing one of the tag team dudes from Legado del Fantasma. Of course, he beats him. Santos Escobar cuts a promo on him. LA Knight says, I'm joining the King of Ring. Great. Gunther's winning that. I either pick Gunther or LA Knight to win that. I wouldn't be mad at either one. I think Gunther, if I had to put my money up, I would say Gunther. It just fits right. Gunther, the King of the Ring, that's something it fits perfect. I will have LA Knight win the Money in the Bank though. But even though usually Hills win Money in the Bank, I wouldn't be mad at LA Knight winning Money in the Bank. Street Profits versus A-Town Down, another fire-ass match. This was a night full of tag teams. And I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. WWE seems like they're doing more and more and more tag teams just to fit everybody in a car, especially at these overseas PLE events, 8-woman tag match, tag team match, 3 versus 3, you know what I mean, battle royal, you know, they doing a lot of tag team matches, but the matches are great. So, and I always was a guy that loved tag teams. My first time watching wrestling and the first people I fell in love with watching wrestling was Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, the Rockers. So I always loved tag team. I fell in love with wrestling through a tag team. And I can't say that without mentioning the fucking bullshit Shawn Michaels did, kicking Marty Jannetty, throwing him through the fucking barbershop window, breaking my heart, man. Like, that shit sting to this day. Let's move on. So the match ended with ref being distracted, A-Town down. He hit for a DDT for the win. I said that was AOP that did the DDT. Now, AOP did their finisher move on New Catch Republic. These dudes, they hit the DDT, A-Town down. They went over on the Street Profits, which is cool. A-Town down's probably going to have the title for a few more weeks. Street Profits is probably next up to get the titles. I don't think there need to be no long-ass reigns with these championships, especially not the tag team titles. You know what I mean? Let some of them work, you know what I mean? Get a little heat, see if how they do, then push the tag titles on somebody else. I like Street Profits, man. It's really time for them to get them belts. I ain't gonna lie. Well, let's see a good run with the Street Profits and let them get a good run, man. So, the last segment of the night, AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes. Nothing to write home about here except for AJ Styles. They about to do the little thing and slap taste out of Cody Rhodes' mouth, and Cody Rhodes stands there and does nothing. I don't know why they're booking Cody Rhodes like that. Like, he got slapped by The Rock, did nothing. Granted, he slapped The Rock back and The Rock did nothing, but The Rock is a final boss. He fucking whipped you outside in the rain and made you bleed and beat you night one of WrestleMania. So Rock more than evened it out. But Cody, you got slapped by AJ Styles and you're not, it's like, a lot of people got opinions on how Cody Rhodes is being booked as champion. And I just want to say this. Even though some of this shit is annoying, it's like, all right, Cody, I wish you didn't do that, or I wish you have do this. You got to give him some time. He haven't even been champion for fucking a month. Or has it been a month? Barely a month. Let's just say that. Give him some time. Let him get a few wins in. Yo, I know for a fact Cody Rhodes injured his shoulder in that match with Carmelo Hayes. So for him to still be working, and he was working right after that. He went right overseas, did a tour, then he's doing this. And yo, I don't know if anyone's seen this, but when he came out and when he hit the pyro, how he usually punch his arm and bring it right back. Yo, go watch that. He went like, It wasn't a hard ass jerk, no pause like he usually, you know what I mean, do. It was more of he was watching that shoulder. I know for a fact that shoulder isn't 100%. I can't wait to see him work tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be flawless, and I might be nitpicking on trying to really see how is that shoulder. It's good enough to work. We're just going to see how long. And I'm telling you, it would not be a surprise of the world if AJ Styles beat Cody because he has to get some work done on that shoulder. I know that's not in the plans. I know people probably gonna hear this and think I'm a fucking idiot. I know people probably hear this and after Backlash be like, man, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't expect it. I don't predict it. I still predicted Cody Rhodes to go over on AJ Styles because that's obviously was the plan for weeks. But I cannot ignore the fact that Cody Rhodes got hurt on that botched move with Carmelo Hayes. So I'm not going to sit and act like Cody Rhodes losing at Backlash and him favoring that shoulder because of something that might have happened in the match and they got to pivot from everything. I'm not going to act like that's completely impossible. And I'm also not a guy that is not going to say something because no one else is saying it. I don't give a fuck what anyone else is saying or think. I'm giving you my analyst from my own two eyes. It's not being reported a lot of places. Dave Meltzer isn't bringing it up. JD hasn't mentioned it. That's great. I still know what I see with my own two eyes. He fell awkwardly on that shoulder, and you're not getting up from a shoulder injury 100% and everything's, you're just wrestling after that. You're going to have to push through some pain. It's going to have to be some rehabilitation going on, and not, like I said, not saying he's going to need surgery or not saying that's anything long term, but he got hurt. And I'm just happy that he's still wrestling and he's still able to put on the main event. And I know him and AJ Styles they're gonna go in and they fuck around, might have a classic match, to be honest. So we'll see about that. As I said, tonight's SmackDown was incredible. I loved it. And before I even end this, let me say this. There was a rumor going on online. There was people saying that WWE haven't written anything for Cody Rhodes. Dave Meltzer actually reported this. WWE doesn't have any solid plans, or I'm paraphrasing, but they don't have any solid plans for Cody Rhodes. There's no fucking way that I could believe something like that. I don't give a fuck if Paul Levesque told me that from his own. It's just no way. It makes no logical sense. We're talking about the WWE. They plan 10, 11, 12 months ahead. They got plan A, B, and C, and they are fucking great at pivoting if need be. Hence, The Rock Roman Reigns main event that didn't go down. They could pivot and they could make it work at any given time. But that's just when it needs to happen. They have plan A, B, and C. And I know this because Triple H, he did an interview. I forgot who it was, but he said, he was talking to he was either talking to Logan. I feel like he was talking to Logan Paul. Then he said, yo, if you asked me in November, he said either October or November what WrestleMania in April was going to look like, I could have told you 90% of it. But when certain things happen, CM Punk gets hurt, all this shit happens, he had to pivot. So now it's a completely different thing from the plans that was envisioned. And even the 90% he had for that, there was plans A, B, and C. He didn't say that, but it's fucking common sense. This is professional wrestling. You have to be overly prepared for anything and be able to pivot. There's no way in fucking hell WWE doesn't have multiple plans for Cody Rhodes moving forward. Cody Rhodes wouldn't even let no shit like that happen. It just wouldn't. I feel like Dwayne Johnson wouldn't let it happen. It doesn't work like that. So I just wanted to give my mind on that a little bit. No one in WWE higher ups are going to let that happen. He's the champion. They're going to respect him like the champion, period. Plus, it's just too many routes Cody Rhodes could go to not have. I could talk right now off the top of my head and give you multiple scenarios for Cody Rhodes to fucking, you know what I mean, for the year as champion. You got routes where he could just lose the champion on a whim. He could get screwed over. You got him versus Seth when he get back up, when he recovers from surgery. Him versus Rock, all down the line. Him versus Roman. What if Roman got the rematch clause? Him versus AJ Styles could run a few times. Who else a good heel out there? Fucking Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. That's a guaranteed shoo-in to happen. And you could stretch that out for a good 2 to 3 pay-per-views. There's multiple plans mapped out for Cody. And, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Yes, Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Backlash tomorrow at 1 p.m. my time on the East Coast. I'm going to tap in. You know, we going to watch it. Right after it's over, I'm going to be right in the war room. I'm going to give y'all my take. We're going to go over just go over the results of Backlash, chop it up. You got anything you want me to cover, or you got any shit you need to talk? You got some troll you need to get off your chest, so you want to troll me in the comments, man? Go ahead, man. You know I'm going to respond to everything. And I appreciate the engagement. I appreciate the love, and, you know, the channel continually to grow. I appreciate that, man. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out here.